Hello everyone, Mr. Knorr here, and today we're going to make a hyperbolic pencil holder. That's just a pencil holder where it's curved so that all the pencils kind of make this funky shape when it's all done. To do this, we're going to take a cylinder. We're going to make the outside of the cylinder, well, we could just make it 12. We can make this a little thick. The inside is what really matters, and I'm going to make it a height of 40. I like them, even though it takes a little bit longer to 3D print, I like them to be a little bit taller, just so that they hold the pencil a little bit better. Now, through some trial and error, and I'm using some number 2 pencils, and the pencil themselves are about 8 millimeters in diameter, but the metal ends of them, they always seem to kind of catch. So I'm going to make the diameter 9 millimeters. I'm going to lift it up off the ground a little ways, maybe about 6 millimeters off the ground, and then I'm going to use my align tool to align these cylinders. And when I group them together up here, it's going to cut a 9 millimeter diameter hole in the middle, and there's also going to be some base on there. So the next thing that I'm going to do is decide what angle I want it curved at. I'm just going to go 20 degrees. It can really be whatever kind of degree you want it to be. And then the next step is we want to cut the base of this, and you're going to have to lower it because when we rotated it, the base of our cylinder went below the work plane. So just lower it below the work plane. Whoops. Just kind of make sure that you're cutting the whole piece. And because we gave it 6 millimeters on the bottom, you don't have to cut just a tiny little sliver. It can kind of come up a little ways. But so I'm going to group these together and then just kind of check the bottom, make sure there's no holes in it. And as you can see, our pencil will go down and it will still touch the bottom. All right, let's lower this shape now down to the work plane so that it's flat on the work plane. And now you have to kind of decide where you want your pencils sticking out. I kind of want them sticking out towards the center, so I'm going to have them in some direction sort of like this. I'm just going to kind of have it right here. You can do whatever degree of rotation you want. It's up to you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this shape, so use duplicate and repeat. And then you're going to move this shape over, just making sure, you might have to manually do this, you want this to be 0. So you want it to be going straight out from the shape. And then the distance, let's just put that at a whole number. I don't know why it went all funky on us. I guess 50 is going this way. And then you want to rotate this shape 180 degrees. Where's my 180? Oh, if it's going that way. Okay, so hold on. We went 180, and now let's move it back this way, keeping it straight. Where's my little thing? Okay, well, whatever. Let's do this. We'll just align it in the middle. There we go. So now my pencils that are in there are going to be coming up. They're not quite going to be touching each other. And then this is where guess and check kind of comes in. I don't know enough math to know how to make a perfect circle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit duplicate and repeat. And then I'm going to move it. And if it goes 22.5 degrees or 45 degrees and it's touching, see how there's overlap? The pencil's not going to go in. I'm going to delete it and I'm going to move it out just a little bit. We're going to stick with that 22.5. So duplicate and repeat. Move it 22.5. Oh, it's a little bit better, but not quite. So again, move it, separate them just a little bit further from each other. Let's try that again. Get that. All right, it's pretty good. We still have a little bit of overlap, so I'm sorry. One more time. Just moving it out 3 more millimeters. Duplicate and repeat. And the reason why I want this to work is because I just want to duplicate and repeat that same number. I don't want to have to do too much math. So I'm just duplicating and repeating, and then it's going to finish the shape right here. Okay, so we've got our pencil holder right here. The last thing that I would recommend, if you don't trust the connection here, if that's too small, you could put a cylinder right on the bottom, kind of covering all these shapes, and then that would work to hold them together. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video.